Why, hello there YouTube, it's me again. So, yes, the last couple of videos I've made is been on my recent fights with testicular cancer. So, about around almost 2 months ago now, I explained that, well, like 3 months ago even, I explained that 3 months ago I felt my left testicle started to feel different. It started to feel harder, and then it got bigger, and then I felt a lump. And about after 3, 4 weeks, I decided I need to go to the doctors and get it looked at. He told me that there was a lump on there. He referred me to the hospital. The doctors there told me that it was testicular cancer. And then I said on the 4th of October, I had an operation to get that testicle and the cancer removed, which they did do. Then I vlogged about an update on that, about it being good news that the cancers didn't seem to have a spread or anything. It's still good news. I mean, on Monday from filming this video, I went to the hospital again. This time they referred me to the cancer specialists. So what happened was, it wasn't the news I was hoping for, but in these circumstances, you got to, you know, hope for the best but prepare for the worst. So, and again, none of this is a death sentence. Um, when I went to the cancer specialists, the doctor there explained to me that in my lymph node, is that it? Um, they found one that was slightly raised. Now, um, as far as I know, these are all over your body. They carry out blood toxins or something, and they would usually flare up when you got a cold or a glands. And about a month ago, I had the CT scan, and they told me it was all good. They got the worst part of it out. Now, he explained was that the cancer did spread into the tubing area, but they removed that. And so basically, what they said is, at the beginning of December, about 2 months after I had this done, the scan, I'm going to go for another CT scan. And if this glandular thing, whatever it's called, I can't remember, lymph node or something, which has gone all the way to the back of me and that, they can't operate, obviously, but if it's gone down, then I will only need one shot of chemo and maybe one shot of radiotherapy. But if it's the same and or if it's gotten slightly bigger or anything, then I may have to go through the intensive, chemotherapy, which will consist of 5 days in the hospital having chemo, 2 days where I can go home, and then another 5 days of chemo, then another 2 days where I can go home, and then 5 more days of chemo, and that's it. It's about 15 days worth, so 3 weeks, because I'll be able to go home on weekends and not have it. But like I say, I'm hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. Chemo does look like it's very likely at this stage. It does look like it is a possibility. Now, I know that chemotherapy, it can knock you up big time. It can make your immune system go down. It can make your hair fall out. I mean, not that I've got much on my head, but probably lose the beard, but that'll grow back. I mean, I guess it's not too bad for the men when they lose the hair, but I can understand how much of a big deal it can be for women. But if it comes to the worst case, then I'll bring it on. I will fight that. But the main thing is, the one thing the doctors can say with confidence, and that they can definitely tell me for sure, is that it is curable. And when at the start of all this, they said that treatment for testicular cancer is 95% effective. And on Monday, the doctor told me it's 99% effective now. because they've got the main source of it out, I've gone from having a 95% chance to a 99% chance. I mean, it could possibly be 100%, but the doctors just don't want to, say 100% because, with these circumstances, they can't give false hope, but they can. But they do. They had given me hope because they told me that whatever I've got, whatever it is, if there is anything there, then it is doable. That they can get rid of it. Um, they didn't say that this is cancer necessarily. I mean, they are a bit skeptical. They are a bit concerned that maybe some very dormant cancer gene, maybe, possibly, could have got in there. But it's nothing. I mean, it obviously is serious, but nothing that will stop me from living. And I'm like saying, this time next year, it'll be all done. It'll be all over. I'll be looking back at this and find it's a mild hiccup in my life. I mean, yeah, I've, I mean, like I say, my immunity's going to be knackered, but I've had the booster jab for COVID, so I've had all my jabs now, so I'm good for that. Because it's important that I get that sorted before I begin that battle. So, yeah, the fight continues, but not to worry. I'm going to be good in this. I'm going to be fine. I've got the worst part of it done. I've had the testicle removed. Do excuse me. The op was a success. The operation was successful. They got the worst part out. The tumor on my testicle was 5 centimeters long. I'm thinking 5 centimeters. It didn't even feel that big, but my testicle did swell and grow. So, the tumor was probably in the testicle as well. And what I felt, which was the little lump, was probably just the tip of that tumor. But I'm telling you now, the main thing is that's all gone. The worst case of the cancer I don't have testicular cancer anymore. But I still do have possible risks. This chemo, long story short, this chemotherapy is just to ensure that they're rid of it all. That it has no chance of coming back. I mean, it has no chance already of not coming back. It's, I mean, the odds are in my favour. They're very much in my favour. And, it's just that the toughest part now is the waiting, because I've got to wait for this scan, and waiting to find out what chemo it is. And then the next big part will be going through this chemo, because like I say, chemo can make you really ill. It can knacker you up. It can, what I've just said. Excuse me a minute. Voice straining a bit and throat drying from all this talking. Excuse me. So, yeah, the main thing is, the chemo is going to be a nightmare. Whether it'll be the one shot or the intense treatment or the bit in between, it is going to make me ill. It'll probably make me sick. I can honestly tell you that I have no idea what I'm getting in for, what I'm in for. I mean, I can talk to my auntie about it because she beat breast cancer this year by going through all this intense chemo because her breast cancer was quite aggressive. I know another lad who my mum works with. He's gone through all this, and he had. I don't know if it was intense treatment or not. I haven't really asked him much about that, but yeah, I know that I've got the best case of cancer because the doctor did tell me at the very beginning that testicular cancer is the best cancer to get because it hangs out of the body and it'll do all the damage in the testicle before it can even spread and do the worst damage it can in the body. And the worst of it didn't even get into my body, the main body. But they are a little concerned that maybe a tiny bit, probably not even aggressive. Probably it's all very, very early. So, the quicker something is, the earlier something is, the earlier they can't catch it. One of my regrets in this maybe I wish I'd come forward about it sooner, because before I felt the lump, like I said, it did feel hard and it did start to get a bit big, but I thought maybe I just injured myself, maybe I've done, I just thought, I just brushed it off as a mild injury, and maybe hope that, it is common for one testicle to be slightly bigger and hang lower, but this had gotten a bit bigger, and basically I just didn't want to admit anything like the worst case to myself, because like I said, I've been a hypochondriac a lot. Like I said, if I have an asthma attack, if I'm struggling to breathe, it's an asthma attack. If I go to the toilet and it's not solid, it's, I forgot something on my bowels and what have you. At the end of the day, all this is anxiety. It's anxiety, and that's all it is. But those kind of things, you can never tell what's going on with inside you and that. But once I knew something wasn't right with my testicle, the shape and everything, I knew I needed to have it looked at. But I wish I'd come about a few weeks sooner when the lump was tiny, because I felt a tiny bit and I was like thinking it could be just a vein, because you can get thick veins on your balls. And I did look about online. Listen, right, when it's stuff like this, don't go on the internet and look it up. Don't make yourself a diagnosis, because different sites tell you different things. I went on some sites that said a lump doesn't mean it's cancer and all that. At the end of the day, just go to your doctor. Insist on seeing a doctor. Well, I insist, strongly suggest and insist that you go to a doctor. Let them have a look. They're not going to tell anyone. It's pure confidentiality. The doctors aren't allowed to spread gossip about this outside the workplace. The only people they will ever share it with is people that can do a better job. Like the doctor I went to, he obviously wasn't going to tell people. He said I did the right thing going to him, and he couldn't tell me what the lump exactly was, but he referred me to the hospital, where he took me to doctors who could tell me what it was, and scan it. Within 48 hours of seeing that doctor, I found out what was going on. I'm just glad I went there before any more further damage could be done. I mean, it's been nearly 7 weeks since my surgery, and my body is more or less recovered from that. I mean, a lot is still mending in the groin area inside, because I get it, the testicle did get big and it probably did tear through a bit of muscle. I can't really go to the gym. No, I mean, I could do upper body stuff, but it'll be a good while before I actually go back to the gym and really, lift the weights. I'm probably not going to be able to do that for the rest of this year now, given that we're in November now. Which I am missing, going to the gym. I do miss doing that, working out, listening to music. But my body's fighting something quite serious at the moment. But I'm pulling through it. I'm getting through it all. I mean, yeah. There's another fight. I got my battle scar from when I had the op done. That's calmed down a lot now. That's really calmed down. But no matter what happens, I'm taking it in my stride. I'm taking one step at a time, and I am gonna, I'm gonna take whatever comes my way, because I'm a fighter. This isn't going to destroy me at all. I am going to destroy it. So the chemo treatment, like I said, is a big possibility here. And if I'm going to, no matter what kind of it is, I will take it on. It will make me ill. It will make me weak. But like I said to my auntie when she was going through chemo herself, a temporary illness is way better than a terminal one. That's what I'll say. Temporary illness, better than terminal. I'd rather go through a temporary illness like the chemo than anything that would take my life, because nothing's going to take my life. The only way I'm coming out of this world is from being an old bloke. I plan to live a long, full life before anything else happens. I mean, I'm about 30 years old now. I'm hoping I'm hoping I've at least got a good, I don't know, 50, maybe even 60 more years on this planet. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. There's still shit I want to do out there, and I am going to do it. But I have to, if I have to go through hell and back to resume that and to be in full health once more, then be it. So be it. I'll take on whatever comes my way. I'm a fighter. I've got people who love me, people who care about me. I've got my family, my friends, my girlfriend, just loads of people out there who have got my back and are supporting me through all of this. And I am very grateful and thankful to all of them. I'm also grateful to the doctors and the nurses, the NHS staff, who have, even though there's been a pandemic crisis going on, you've still done what you need to do that is essential, which is help people with, like, that don't have COVID but still have serious illnesses. The NHS, like I say, the NHS are are a great service to us, and also life on Earth, our time here. We really got to be grateful for what we have. Don't dwell on what you don't have. I mean, right now, at 30 years old, I pictured I would have a lot more than I had now, but the secret is to not dwell on what don't dwell on what you don't have. Just live and love life. Enjoy it to the fullest, because like I said, you only get one go around on this earth. So yeah, I've rattled on enough now, I think. So excuse me, I'm getting dry throat again. Like I said, I had my booster jab a few days ago, so anyways, yeah, I've gone on enough now, so I'm going to leave you to it. If you've still watched to the end, then thanks a lot for watching to the end. It means a lot. I'm grateful. So yeah, like I say, keep checking your balls and your boobs. Stay in good health. Look after yourselves. Be good to one another and to yourself. Take care, and yeah, I'll keep you updated if anything more should happen. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends. Goodbye.